Hello YouTube, this is GoldStandard00924 coming at you with an evening video, and I'm just basically reading these two articles just now, and kind of inspired me to do this video. I'm gonna post them down, these two URL links down in the description box, and because of that, that's basically what's gonna be the topic for tonight. Is gonna be there's the launch of the Vortexx and the Funhouse blocks on the CW and FearNet, respectively. So Vortexx is actually a block run by Saban, who most of us may know for who were responsible for the success of the Power Rangers franchise. So Vortexx is going to replace the Toonzai on August 25th, and basically a 5-hour block, just the same format as Toonzai, but just with a couple new shows and a couple of the shows that are already currently airing. So there's shows like Cubex, Rescue Heroes, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Yu-Gi-Oh! X-Souls, Iron Man Armored Adventures, Justice League Unlimited, Dragon Ball Z Kai, the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, and WWE having their half-hour show called Saturday Morning Slam. My thoughts on that. Now, I know people are gonna say, they're gonna say, well, Saturday mornings aren't relevant, but I mean, this is just kind of one of those things where it's just kind of thinking, is this block gonna really perform well? Is it not? Is it gonna be another flop? But I'm just kind of looking at the lineup here, and I mean, at first I was kind of like, yeah, this is awesome, but now it's just, it's just really no surprise to me, really. Maybe except for like one or two shows. It's great to see maybe Justice League back, but of course it's going to be Justice League Unlimited, not the original Justice League, unfortunately. But it's been a while since it's been on TV, so somewhat of a shocker in a way. But I'm kind of surprised, given how Justice League is usually a lot darker than your average kid shows in this day and age. So I guess it's kind of like one of those okay shows. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, I've already seen it so many times. I mean, I liked it, but there's a lot of inconsistencies with that show, but I don't want to get off subject there. But I mean, I've seen it so many times. Seen it when it was originally on Fox Kids, and then it was reruns on ABC Family and Toon Disney, and as well as if you want to count online before Saban and Toei started taking down a lot of the episodes. So yeah, I've seen the series so many times, but I mean, it's been a while, I guess, so it's kind of understandable. I personally probably would prefer Power Rangers in Space, given that was the first Power Rangers series to really shift away from the light-hearted, comical tone that Power Rangers had. But I mean, it's in terms of like a transition, like really showcasing more character development, and as well as in the villains. So I probably would have chose Power Rangers in Space, but I don't know. I mean, that's just them. But so I guess it's fine with Lost Galaxy, I suppose. I know this is also going to be kind of like around the same time Nicktoons is going to air Power Rangers Time Force, so what a coinky dink there. And as well as the Morphicon that's going to happen for all you Power Ranger fans watching this video. So maybe aside from that, I mean, I personally don't care for the WWE show. I mean, given that I'm a wrestling fan and all, but it's just another variety show that's just half an hour. I mean, it kind of reminds me of seems like it reminds me of a wrestling version of NBA Inside Stuff. Basically, anyone doesn't know, NBA Inside Stuff was also a half hour show for the NBA. It used to come on NBC when they used to have when they used to have the rights to air basketball coverage for the NBA. And it wasn't until 2002 when NBA Inside Stuff went to ABC Kids. And so, yeah, I mean, NBA Inside Stuff was definitely a block on TNBC, on the TNBC block, and as well as ABC Kids, like I said. So, getting back to the WWE show, I mean, I personally don't care for it. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't last that long, but I just think it's a pretty shitty move for WWE to do. So not looking forward to that. And I don't follow the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. I mean, I watched the original, well, not necessarily original since the original came in '98, but the Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Monsters series that came out around like the 2000-ish. You know, I mean, it was a childhood of mine. I mean, I look back at it, and the English dub is just so horrible. It's just so dreadful. You know, I watched the Japanese sub of it, so, you know, I find that a lot better than the English dub. But, you know, it's no surprise. I mean, given Yu-Gi-Oh's been on Saturday mornings for like over 10 years now. But I'm not going to really go into that. So, overall, with the Saban's Vortexx Saturday morning block, you know, I'm not really too thrilled of it. Just the same old, but really no surprise. I mean, but that's just or let's say, that's just my opinion though. So there you have that. And now I also want to get into the Funhouse block. That's also a Saturday morning block on FearNet. Now, I know it may not be a fair comparison, given that FearNet's only on you can only get FearNet on like digital cable and stuff, and Vortexx is just basically a block on the CW that's basically on broadcast cable, so everyone can get it. But you know, FearNet. But the Funhouse block, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with it, but maybe I'm just being biased because it's just basically a bunch of shows just reruns of shows that haven't been seen on TV in ages. You know, you also have Erie, Indiana, which hasn't been on TV in over a decade. You have Tales from the Crypt Keeper, The Real Ghostbusters, and a show that was in Canada that was on YTV in the 2000s, which is called Dark Oracle. So yeah, that's basically a 2-hour block. That's all the 4-hour. That's pretty much the 4 shows that are on the Funhouse block. So I mean, it looks pretty cool. You know, it's great to see The Real Ghostbusters on TV again. Last time I remember, it was on Fox Family back in like 1999. Surprisingly, we all know it's ABC Family. So it's great to see the real, you know, this cartoon of the Ghostbusters, or this version of the Ghostbusters, to be back on TV again. Erie, Indiana, like I said, hasn't been TV over a decade. Haven't seen it since it was like on Fox Kids. Of course, I didn't realize they were actually reruns from NBC technically. Although they did air The Other Dimension that came out in '98, but of course that didn't last long either. So it's great to see Erie, Indiana on TV again. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Dark Oracle. Not many people may know this show, but it was a show in Canada that, like I said, used to air on YTV in like 2004. Basically, what it is 2 siblings that discover a comic book that predicts the future in a way. Hence the keyword Oracle. Think of it as kind of like Final Destination, where like they start having, where it's basically the comic book being kind of like the one that's telling them their visions about what's going to happen in the future, or what's going to happen a couple moments from now. So it's kind of along the lines of, let's say, Final Destination, but more kid friendly in a way. But you know, Dark Oracle is in my opinion, is a pretty good show. Very underrated. I think it's online around here, but you know, if you want to, you know, kind of check out, if you want to watch the whole series. But you know, it's something on paper it is a very interesting lineup, so to say. I like the Funhouse block. Yeah, it's just reruns and stuff, but you know, Saturday mornings are just totally irrelevant. So that's basically it for my Funhouse blocks. So that's pretty impressive there. So I'd rather watch the Funhouse block over the Vortexx block personally. So let me know what you all think. What your thoughts? Just leave the comment section down below. Till next time, this is Gold Standard Series 924 signing out.